The Premier League is back and we're bringing you a watch along here for the first game of the 2023-24 season with newly promoted side Burnley up against Manchester City, the treble winners. I can't still, and it's live. That's Martin Tyler's. But you're here on Tereak Talks. Let's go, people. Wagwan, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to a Tereak Talks watch along. Guys, as you can tell with the excitement in my voice, football is back. I mean, football has been here. It's been here throughout the summer. The transfer window has been the real talk of the town, especially in the past 48 hours with the sagas going on there. But the real football is back here tonight. And we have got newly promoted Burnley back in the Premier League after being down for one season. New manager, well, new to Premier League management in Vincent Kompany, the former Manchester City captain, managing against his former side, the side where he made his name, where he got all of his glory, and he's such a legend at the Citizens. And this is the curtain raiser, watching the champions of the Premier League, the treble winners. And I'm sorry to say that if you are not Manchester City fans, but wow, what a fixture we've got here for you people. Let me know your thoughts. I've put a poll in the chat on who you think's going to win. Please let me know. But big up to each and every one of you that is here right now. I love to see it. We've got Shay in the building. We've got Realist. We've got Pax. We've got Brush. We've got Fads in here as well. Big up yourself, guys. Listen to my brother Brush right here. So smash that like button on the way in, people. Come on. You know what you got to do already. Big up Fads. He says, T, how is the fantasy league? We'll get into that when I talk about the lineups. Actually, you know what? Let's get into it right now because I am not happy. Let's talk about the away side and the reason why I'm not happy first. And that is no John Stones at the back. So we've got Edison in goal, Carl Walker, Akanji, Nathan Ake returns from injury, as I did say in yesterday's preview show. Go check that out. And if you haven't seen it and you're kind of like, oh, it's not going to be relative for this game, we've got all the other games. And if you want to be involved with the Predictions League, go check it out. Also, we've got Rico Lewis in at left back coming in. Well, we've got no Stones, no Diaz as well. Ooh, I've just noticed that. No Ruben Diaz. That's a big miss for a lot of people in their defense. A lot Manchester City, you know, the bankers, you'd say, is John Stones and Ruben Diaz. But I'm not quite sure what the reason is why they're out. I'll have to have a look there unless you guys in the comments can let me know. We've got Kevin De Bruyne, Rodri in the midfield, and then the wings, we've got Bernardo Silva. On the left, we've got Phil Foden, who comes in for Super Jackie Grealish, as they call him, who started in the Community Shield, but Foden came off the bench and had a massive part to play in Manchester City's goal. He starts tonight. And then we've got the front two of Erling Haaland and Julian Alvarez. Ooh, spicy, looking spicy indeed. And then for the newly promoted side, Burnley, we've got former Manchester City man James Trafford in goal with Connor Roberts at right back, Dara O'Shea, former West Brom centre-back. They're signing from West Brom in this transfer window. And we've got Al Dakil in there too. Jordan Bayer, I'm sure that is Jordan Bayer is going to be the one in the centre-back position. And Al Dakil is going to be the left back. The last season's left back for Burnley was Ian Matson. He's had a fantastic pre-season for Chelsea. And West Ham are the team that are meant to be interested in him. So he could be wearing claret and blue again, but not for Burnley. And then we've also got in here, we've got Colosio. Is it Kalesho, Sander Berge, you got Cullen in there, former West Ham player in himself, and Vitinho. And then Flash Score don't really get the positions right, all the formations all the time. But we've got new signing and one of the most interesting players to have a look for in the Premier League for Burnley as well, especially him and Anas Sarawi. Anas Sarawi's on the bench, but that player I'm talking about is Zeki Amdouni. And then up top, we've got Foster with him as well. So we'll have to wait and see how they line up. Both teams, I'm sure the formations won't look like how it is here. But big up to my brother Moss in the building here too. Hope you're keeping good, people. I'm not happy, John Stones. I'm guessing it's probably injury or illness. The fact that Diaz isn't playing also makes me lean towards more of it being an illness issue. Yeah, let me know in the chat, guys. I will have a look and I will get into the chat in just one moment, just sorting out the background for you here. How is the color? Shall I change the color and that bottom banner there? Everything's black. Have a look at the colour behind me in the room too. You know what I'm cheering on tonight. But now, in all seriousness, I'm just really looking forward to Premier League football coming back, seeing some top quality ballers and top quality players and systems on show. I'm really looking forward to seeing how Burnley will set up under Vincent Kompany in the Premier League. They absolutely blitzed the Championship last season, breaking the record, I do believe, in terms of points. I'm just having a look here just to double check. You know what? I'm not. It's not Sky Sports over here, so I don't have all these notes to hand. But if I do want to get there one day, I should do. I'm just having a look at the table from last season. Yeah, so they did. Yeah, they had 101 points. I don't think that is a record, but it's up there with one of the best Championship seasons in recent history. Big up yourself, Louis, in here too. Says, long time to read, my brother. Good luck for the season. Big up to yourself, Louis. Always another one who's been here from 2 years ago, I'd say. But yeah, I hope you've been keeping well, my brother. And big up to yourself, and good luck to Crystal Palace this season. I hope you smash it. I think it's going to be an interesting season for you guys as well. And check out my predictions, Louis. Just check on the Crystal Palace part in particular. I think you'll like it there. So yeah, big up my brothers, everyone, and brothers and sisters, aunties and uncles. I can't say mums and dads, but no, if you are mums and dads, big up to yourself as well. Let's have a look in here. Fad saying Benson getting benched is weird. Yeah, that's their star man from last season, Benson. So it's quite interesting. He's probably the most expensive player for Burnley and FPL. So him not being in the starting lineup's interesting, but maybe it's because Vincent Kompany wants to play certain players that will suit this game and the intensity, the defensive ability on show, and really be alert into those positions and the matchups. That's why Vincent Kompany is one of the most exciting managers to come up in the Premier League. A real taskmaster, as he was as a player back in the day. As the players are getting ready to come out this season as well, what I'm going to be doing, guys, with this whole new setup, I've got my headphones plugged in to my the TV, like the TV box I watch it from. So I've got it on now. Can you hear anything? You shouldn't be able to. So that's all good there. I just don't want to. Don't want to get a copyright strike. That's the main reason. Good draft. Big up Moss. I was just doing your draft right there. I did pick up the first few, and then the rest were auto picks. So if it's not looking too good for me, I'm sorry. You are unhappy. A rival for the league isn't starting strong players. FPL mind bankrupting people. It's true. It's true. Yeah. That's what FPL does. I said this I said it in the chat. I'm not sure if I said it on a stream, but I know I definitely said it to some people. FPL ruins how you watch an experience of football. I'm out here hoping Manchester City players do well, keep a clean sheet for my FPL sakes. But yeah, for the sakes of Arsenal, come on, Burnley, let's come on, do me something, please. Big up Marcy says, but how about the young talent Luca Colliesho, the Canadian lad? Let's go. Oh, there's another Canadian in the Premier League for Moss. That's what he loves to see. Well, is he? Yeah, because Tomori was in the Premier League before. Big up T late. I know Pax isn't happy. He's bored of it. He's bored of me being late. What are you saying though, everyone? Big up to my brother King, who's in here too. What's your predictions for this one? I did go with not Burnley win. I went for a Manchester City 3-0 win in this. With the players that are being out, I don't know, man. I think Burnley might be able to grab a goal. I really do. I think Burnley might be able to grab a goal. Now here comes Vincent Kompany giving the Burnley fans a wave. He's looking dapper tonight with his blazer and a t-shirt underneath. He's not going to wear a shirt and blazer, but he looks good though. With his shaven head, he looks like he's waxed out there as well. Sorry, I don't know why I'm cussing. It sounds like I'm cussing him, but nah. Here, the treble winners, Manchester City out. What are your predictions? Get them in the chat, people. Love to hear your thoughts. T, who do I get on my Arsenal kit? Do you know what, Shay? It's actually a problem this year. There's so many good players, and I love how Mikel Arteta has built this squad. You've got Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard, Martinelli, Jesus, who are some of the big names from last season. Saliba, he's been a sensation since being here. New signings like Declan Rice, Kai Havertz, Jurriën Timber. Oh man, I'd recommend always back Bukayo Saka. But guys, I'm not going to show you the shirt tonight. I've got to show it you tomorrow. Luca Colliasho, what is that, Italian? He might be Canadian, but he's got an Italian flag there. And Vitinho and Zeki Amdouni behind Lyle Foster. Big up to my brother King in here too. He says City defense looking shaky on paper. Yeah, it is. It's not the usual defense of John Stones, Ruben Diaz. You see Ake in there, and maybe a Walker and Kanji. Just a toss up between those. But Rico Lewis coming in. Nathan Ake and Akanji as the centre backs. Nathan Ake was outstanding from last season, though. One of their best players, player of the season, or contenders for sure. But Haaland's going to take that because of the amount of goals that he scored. And Akanji was really impressive for them too. Rico Lewis, a young lad, came in for a brief period, did well. And then when Pep Guardiola found his best team, he couldn't really make his way back in there. So is it going to be a slight alteration? Pep Guardiola certainly makes his sides very unpredictable. That's why they've been able to win the Premier League out of 5 out of the last 6 years. So yeah, crazy. Let's go. Burnley says realist. Big up my nephew King. He's talking about Shay's gone with a 2-1 Manchester City win. Big up Mr. Agenda. 3-1 looks more like I hope for a 2-2 draw. Yeah, I went for a 3-0 yesterday, and I think you did as well. But now with this change at the back line, I would change it. I can't change it, but for the sake of tonight, I'm gonna say a 3-1 as well. He's gone with Ramsdale. Love that. Realist has gone for a 1-0 Burnley. That would be a real upset in the cards. There's James Trafford, the goalkeeper who had a wonderful Euros, kept a clean sheet in every single game. No goals conceded. And in the final itself, he made a massive save from the penalty spot in the 90th minute. James Trafford against the team that raised him, that got him to the level that he is. There's so many. That's what I'm saying about the storyline surrounding this game. It's huge. Not as big as the storylines that will surround the Chelsea versus Liverpool game on Sunday. If you want to, and guess what? Your boy's doing a watch along for that as well. So people, make sure you do have them notifications, hit and subscribe if you are new as well. Paxton say laughing. Who do you want? That's why he's laughing, because he's asked who do you want to win the league realistically, then realist. He says United. Newcastle, potentially. Yeah, it's a good shout, Newcastle. I know what you meant. I'm just being, facetious. Kevin De Bruyne, the captain today. He's usually the third? He's the third choice captain. Might be second now to Ruben Diaz, who is the first choice. But of course, Ruben Diaz isn't there tonight. How is everything? Is the audio good? If you could just give me a thumbs up and just let me know if everything is good there. I'll pop the headphones on shortly. Did everything sound all right? Drop me a thumbs up in the chat if you can. What's Fad saying here? It says, come on, Foden, FPL. Yeah, Man United fan. This is what I'm telling you. Manchester United fan cheering on a City player for the sake of FPL. But I know how it gets. Any Man City players shall have a look at my FPL team, actually, whilst we're hearing at it. You know how the watchalongs go. We sometimes talk about football. Sometimes we talk about other things relating to football, like the Fantasy Premier League. In terms of the players that were meant to be playing tonight, was meant to be John Stones, but he's not playing. Erling Haaland, everyone's got him, so it don't really make a difference. And I'm sure he's probably a lot of people's captains, so that's not a good thing, I'd say. Yeah, so I'm hoping that he doesn't. But there's the game kicked off. Burnley went long straight away up against Manchester City. Make sure, guys, if you haven't done so already, smash that like button. I haven't got the headphones on. I can hear it from here. I don't really need them. It's going to be interesting. See how they're setting up here. So what we've got so far, let me bring the mic over here so that we can really adjust everything. So what we've got here is looking like a 3 shape at the back for Man City. Akanji in the middle with Ake to the left of him, Walker to the right. Rico Lewis has stepped forward inside, inverted into that midfield position alongside Rodri. So Rico Lewis is the one that's going to move from out to in as that inverted fullback, Zinchenko-like, but doing the John Stones sort of role there. De Bruyne is going to be roaming that space. Yeah, and it's like a 3-2. No, it's I wouldn't even say a 3-2. Yeah, I'd say a 3-2-1-4 with how wide the likes of Bernardo are moving. It's very interesting how fluid they are in possession. De Bruyne just floats in and around where he wants, playing as a proper number 10, but at the moment he's out here in the right centre mid position. Interesting setup from Man City. It's an alteration to how they were setting up last year, because he wasn't towards the end of the season where they went on that ridiculous run. They didn't obviously have Alvarez. They had Gundogan slotted in next to Rodri, who would also move up into the half space a bit where Alvarez is, but Alvarez is playing a little bit more higher than Gundogan did, closer to Haaland. So that they're hoping that will replace the goals there. But De Bruyne into Silva in the box already, well defended from Burnley, and here's Amdouni, the one who is interesting to watch. The signing from Basel wins a free kick on Kevin De Bruyne, and that's needed. Get the crowd up, settle the game down. Let's see how Burnley play. I want to see the Burnley possession now and how they set up in their formation. So it's Vitinho out at left back. He's a right-footed player. You can definitely tell there. Loses it due to him be hanging on that right foot, but Bernardo Silva tries to find De Bruyne, still makes it out to him. Corner for City. City getting a corner already early on. Pepe's race. It's Arteta. What? Whoa, what is this? Then we might... What have I missed in the chat? Fad says, heard Gabriel got left out. Yeah, well, I saw the rumours there. They're still waiting upon an update on that. Maybe you're more up to date than I am, but hold on. Here's Foden now in the box. Corner taken quickly. Out to De Bruyne on this right side. Whips one into the back post. Rodri across goal. Erling Haaland has scored for Manchester City already. What are we, 4 minutes in? 3 minutes, 10 seconds. And Erling Haaland has scored the first goal in the Premier League. And it's Manchester City have taken the lead. And it's the top goal scorer, the Premier League record breaker, most goals in a single season, has already got off on the account. And it's an assist from Rodri. Look at the ball out here. Wide from De Bruyne to the back post. Rodri heads it back across. And Haaland sweeps one in with his left foot. From a defensive point of view, Burnley have got to do better to try and stop that cross. And then when it makes it out to the back post, look at where Haaland is. Dara O'Shea is the one that is closest to him. Ends up ball watching, but Bayer tries to step out. But that's what you can't do. You can't give Haaland that space in the box. He had a poor game in the Community Shield, but he's already scored and broken his Premier League account. 1-0 City. Everyone's got him in their fantasy league team. And if you're captaining him, you've got a guaranteed goal right there in the 4th minute. Manchester City with an early goal, 1-0 up. Vincent Kompany is not going to be happy at all. And look at that stat that they've just shown here. Goals conceded from corners, the most in the Championship last season was Burnley. Set pieces, not the most. They were up there. They conceded 10 goals from set pieces. Do you think they would have tried to work on that in pre-season? But Manchester City have taken advantage of that there. And from a Burnley perspective, under Sean Dyche, set pieces in both boxes was their strong point. But they've not started well here. Manchester City, champions of already. The favourites for the league have taken the lead in the 4th minute. Erling Braut Haaland. Is he going to break his record that he's created? Not a penalty shootout. Sorry, I need to adjust them. And that's why he's everyone's captain, says Louis. Exactly that. Exactly. He's not mine, though, but here is Foden on the half space into De Bruyne. Look at how good they are. De Bruyne with a long shot over the bar. And Burnley need to start picking up these Roman 8s, and especially in De Bruyne in particular. Foden coming in off the left, picking out his teammate. So much time and space to take that shot. It's easier said than done with Manchester City, but Burnley, they need to close down these spaces. They're not getting any joy against them going forward in these opening 5 minutes. Still a long time to go. But that is a big sucker punch. And that's a Manchester City ball. They're so good defensively as well. How does Burnley react to this? Interesting, exactly. That would have definitely been a big blow to them. The fans, it sounds like it's been a good atmosphere as well. Let me finally stick the headphones on. See what it actually is saying. Here's a bit of pressure. High press from Burnley. Well done, Rico Lewis. Still out to Ake. Kicks it out for a throw. And that was a brilliant press from Burnley. That's what they need to do a bit more. But here's a quickly. Amdouni! That's surely a penalty! That's surely a penalty! Oh! He's not giving it. That looked like a penalty to me, but it might have been a bit soft from Akanji. VAR will certainly look at this here. Amdouni, look, he went down. Throwing came on the inside. Gets across. Oh, I think it's a bit soft. I think Amdouni knows that he's lost control of the ball. Nah, not enough. Not enough. Not a penalty. Sorry. I don't think that's a penalty. I don't think that is a penalty indeed. It looked like one initially, but the referee, credit to Craig Pawson, he's made the right decision. He has made the right decision there. But Burnley putting on a high press here again. Out here. Here's Edison. Look at how high he is. That's what Manchester United fans, your goalkeeper's going to be doing the same thing. Get ready for it, people. But yeah, let me see what you're saying in the chat. Amdouni are drafted. Oh, they've won it there. Given away by Edison. Amdouni. He's fouled there, though, by Kyle Walker. Chance to get on this left-hand side to get across into the box, potentially. Bargav, is he going to be a flat-jack bully this year or have a Messi and Ronaldo season? Hey, who's that? Big up to yourself, my brother Bargav. Big up John Conway in the building. Also, maybe Kane realised Haaland can easily break his record in a couple of years. See, if I get out now, win a trophy, it don't really matter. It's a good point. It's a good point. The focus on that record ain't needed. Go get yourself a trophy. He's on about Haaland. He's not. Haaland's not a flat-track bully, though, is he? Bargav, nah, he's not. He scores in the big game. Scored against us in both games last season, and we were their closest rivals. Scored a hat trick against Man United. Yeah, nah, he ain't a flat chat bully. Big up yourself, Pax. He was saying looking at that VAR, maybe looking at it. Nah, it was a good decision in the end. Gabriel out. He talks. What lineup now? White, CB, Timber. Nah, just Kivior. Kivior comes in. You don't want to really change too much, you see, in terms of that. Just Kivior coming in for Gabriel. Don't really want to mix it up all the way and about. Do you get me? So not from the first game anyway. Maybe when we're in later on into the season, everyone's got their rhythm and understanding. We're still integrating these new players who haven't yet to play a Premier League game. So just Kivior coming in. Natural fit, natural slot. It'll be interesting to see the Kivior-Saliba partnership anyway. We saw the Kivior-Gabriel one, and that was better than the Gabriel Holding one towards the end of the season. But Kivior, yeah, I think that'll be an interesting one. And it's natural as well with the left-footed centre-back. So, yeah, not too much mixing and up there. If Gabriel is out, of course. Norway captains, baby. Is Haaland your first choice? Suspect in the FA Cup and Champions League final. Yeah, but hey, that's because there's so much attention on him though, Bargav. You're going to build a game plan at these high-end caliber games. He didn't have the greatest of games, but as long as they get the job done, it doesn't really matter, does it? So yeah, and if it weren't for his goals, they wouldn't even get to the Champions League. He's just having him there is the difference. Just having him as a main threat. Nice hat. Big up to yourself, John. Appreciate that there. In just 4 minutes, the title race is over. Nah, of course not. Fads, this is what I'm saying, man. If you want to be big Man United against this big City, trust me, man. You're gonna have to get used to this. You're gonna have to get used to it. But White at CB and Timber really at right back. Yeah, but then what are you gonna do then? You're gonna bring in who at left back? You're going to play White and Saliba as the centre backs, move Timber out there. Zinchenko, who's not played a single minute of preseason football. You're going to get him to, nah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Bring him off the bench. Crossing De Bruyne, Haaland back post over the bar. Bring in Kivior, who's actually played some minutes as well. Do you know what I mean? He's not, Zinchenko's played 0 minutes of preseason. So his fitness ain't going to be there. You can't, you'd have to take him off at some point. So you may as well start Kivior, and then if Timber most likely will have to come off as well. So yeah, just get him ready. Stream tomorrow too. Yeah, I will be streaming. I'll do an Arsenal match reaction, but I'll watch along for the Arsenal game, and I will be doing a Newcastle Aston Villa one. So if you're going to be here, fads, for that, if you've got any Newcastle or Villa players, join me, and I know you'll enjoy that as well. And that goes for everyone else here too. Yep, John Gold Raptors and Blue Jays. Big up to yourself, Moss. He's the one. He's the reason why I got this cap. Big up to yourself, my bro. I went with Martinelli after all on FPL. Don't have the guts to go with Havertz. Ooh. Yeah, Martinelli's a safer shout. Safer shout indeed. I don't disagree with that. I think he'll play. He'll play in most games, but I think Arsenal players, yeah, a lot of them are going to be a rotation risk this season. I just feel like Arteta's going to rotate the team a lot more as we get deeper in the competitions. De Bruyne tries to play one forward, gives it away. They just weren't quite on that same wavelength, De Bruyne and Bernardo. They are pressing Burnley, but Manchester City are just playing the game at their pace. They are the best team in the world. They are. Arsenal, big up yourself, Shay. 1989, October 27th, available on all platforms, bro. Big up my bro vibes in the building. Arsenal versus Forest morning. Yeah, very early morning. And then England versus Colombia, which is an hour before that, or an hour and a half, I think. Nobody listening to mid vibes. Oof. Kivior, KT, Tommy, Zinchenko already to left back. Just bring Kivior as a left centre back. Oh, that ball did try really break for Lyle Foster there. Haaland looked crazy. Yeah, exactly. Whatever Arteta does, I ain't really fussed. Yeah, he's got a good understanding. But if his intention, Moss, was to play Gabriel, just bring Kivior, left-footed centre back naturally, and then you get to keep everywhere else the same. You don't cause too much of a shake-up elsewhere. You don't want to be moving too many pieces in terms of, and letting that really affect how you wanted your game plan to be. If he wanted to play Kivior at left back anyway, and then move White in there and then move Timber at right back, then we'll have to wait and see. But that's what I'm saying is, if it was Gabriel was his initial choice, don't move all three players for that. Do you get me? Haaland looked crazy, man, the way he was doing this acrobatic things. I know he's sharp. The Community Shield just seems like the game where he just he dusts off the cobwebs, and then when he's ready for the first Premier League game of the season, and bang, you're out here to Connor Roberts. They're calling for handball there. Plays it inside to Kalosho. Foster out to the left. Good ball. Back across. Collier show over the bar. But better from Burnley, getting into promising areas and working out an opportunity. Collier show did really well there. Played it into Foster, and Foster played a good ball out to the left to Vitinho, who cut it back for Collier show. Tried to get his right foot, tried to curl it in the top corner, but it went over the bar. He rushed that a little bit, just needed to take his time, compose himself. Had a little bit of rush of blood, I'd say, the young man. I got Rico Lewis in my FPL as a starter. Have you actually, King? Bless up, man. Big up to yourself. That's a risk, though. Once again, good, but a risk. Cheap option. Bringing in a Man City player. Most likely going to keep a clean sheet. Differential. But is he going to play most weeks? I don't think so. Paxton, I know that's why we don't listen to you. He's back in his Swifty. That was a good comeback, though. I like that. White and Saliba, I'm sure, are good together. Yeah, you're desperate to see White and Saliba. I'm sure they are good together. But Kivior, you know how Arteta prioritizes. Yeah. and when the best opportunity he can balance. Why do you think he played holding in so many games? He likes to have that left foot, right foot balance on the best occasion, and he doesn't trust Kieran Tierney out at left back. That's why he puts in Timber there to do that inverted role. But in his centre backs, it's good to have that left foot, right foot balance. And with Zinchenko playing no minutes at all, I doubt he's going to play a start. I doubt he's going to start him. Because what if Arsenal get injuries or the game changes and then, and the game state requires that you need to bring on forwards, then Zinchenko out for a full 90 minutes is a big risk for no reason after he's just come back from a calf injury, an injury that he's been suffering with a lot of this last season too. So I doubt he'll play White and Saliba tomorrow. But if he does, hey, chapeau to you. Doesn't bother me vibes either way. No fun packs moving like brush. Relationship between Willie Gnonto and Leeds is completely broken now. He's not willing to play at Birmingham tomorrow. He hasn't travelled and he wants to leave. Already agreed terms with Everton Fabrizio Romano. What a ball from De Bruyne, and there's a big save from James Trafford. The header from Rodri, but he was offside anyway. Yes, took a punt on him. Jota and Foden, big punts. Yeah, the Foden one makes sense. Was he offside? Looks it, but I don't know. VAR would have had a look at that. Look at Foden backtracking, man. Just saying, Timber at right back would cook Forest. Timber at left back would cook Forest. Tereak, what is your top four for this season? My top four is Arsenal winning the league, Manchester City second, Manchester United third, and Liverpool fourth. If my Liverpool would have been able to get Caicedo, I wouldn't have put them to win the league. Oh, is Amdouni. Oh, good shot. Better though from Burnley, much better. Amdouni being able to shift it from right to left. It's good football, though. Burnley getting into this game. Colliesho causing problems, getting in between the lines. Amdouni did well to get a strike off there. But yeah, I said, I'd probably moved you guys to third. Kivior at LB2. Yeah, I'm sure we will see Kivior at left back quite a bit this season. Kudus, understand there's no verbal agreement with any club at this stage, but Brighton wants him, but talks ongoing. Therefore, Ajax is not in concrete negotiations. Ajax demands around 40 million euros. Bless up my brother Paxton. Can we still go and get Kudus as Brighton don't have the Caicedo money? The money is not the issue, Moss. They've got an agreement with they've already got an agreement with Ajax in principle. It's Kudus who he's not got an agreement with Brighton yet for whatever reason. There's rumours out there that he wants a release clause in that contract. There's rumours saying that he's holding out for one of the teams that are interested in him and them spoke to him. Arsenal been one, Chelsea been another before he wants to make a decision. We'll have to wait and see what the true reason is. Is it to do with Brighton or is it to do with, the other clubs? Collier, Canadian young stud. Is he representing Canada though? Is he representing Canada? I don't know. When I had a look at it, he had Italy, didn't he? Yeah, Italy. Luca Collier, 18-year-old. Interesting. Where did they get him from? Got him from Espanyol. Interesting. Did I tell you or not? This Luca. Just realised no Cancelo on the bench. Yeah, his future's definitely away from Manchester City. That is for sure. But then ended up with Kivior left footer at right centre back. Remember, that's more because of Rob Holding being poor rather than Kivior being amazing. But I mean, Kivior was good. Don't get me wrong, and he was very good, especially in that Chelsea and Newcastle game. But Trafford. But how long did he persist with Holding? Oh, do you get me? There's a reason. Holding. If it was me personally, I wouldn't have played Holding for that many games. He had Holding away at Manchester City. So, yeah, it is. He does prioritize the left centre backs. He does. He likes to have a left-footed player there if he can, and that's why he signed Kivior. Otherwise, you could. I think there's more right-footed centre backs on the market of a higher caliber than there are left-footed centre backs. which is why Jasko Vardio went for so much money as he did. Moss says, "Come on, you ain't making Italy." But to be fair, Willy Gnonto plays for Italy. Willy Gnonto does, so he could do. He's only 18. De Bruyne is struggling. Hold on, people. Let's have a look at this here. Yep. Yeah, Moss, you are right. They do play both sides. That is correct. But in terms of prioritizing it, he will prioritize playing a left-footed player in a left centre back. If he can, Kivior's good enough. He trusts him. The only way he would go elsewhere is if he doesn't trust them. He doesn't trust Kieran Tierney to play, to start. He doesn't. That we can see that he rather play Tomiyasu over at left back than Kieran Tierney. We saw it in the Liverpool game. I'm sure we would have seen it a lot more towards the end of the season if Tomiyasu was fit. It's just that Tomiyasu weren't fit. We had no one else beyond Zinchenko, and Kivior was in at centre back, so we had to play thingy there. We even saw him play Thomas Partey at right back and Kivior at left back over Kieran Tierney, who is an orthodox, quote unquote left back. Big up to yourself, Najima Buizi. I hope you're keeping good and hope you're keeping well. I can't translate that. Apologies, my bro. My apologies. But big up to yourself. I'm guessing that is French right there. Oh yeah, Français. Okay, l'anglais. 26 subs left before we hit 700. Come on, people. Smash that like button if you haven't done so already. Would love to see it. You guys are lucky Holding doesn't have to play anymore. What a relief. Exactly that. Exactly. Arteta persisted. One of the mistakes he did make, he persisted with him for too long for my liking last season. I said it at the time, and I got criticised for it and saying it's not Holding's fault, but the balance was completely off how our defensive shape was, and that's why Timber is a massive signing. Someone that can play across the whole back line and be there if needed. If Saliba goes down or we need to rotate him, we don't have to look at Holding anymore. If Saliba and Tomiyasu go down, especially with Tommy, who's very injury prone, isn't he? Can't necessarily rely on him to be fit. So yeah, Timber's huge in that case. Yeah, but I know Kaliasho played Canada youth teams, but he has not played in the senior side yet. We tried to get him during the Cold Cup and he didn't. So yeah, maybe hoping Italy. But come on, yeah, Italy though. Italy, I reckon he could make it. Italy are going for a regeneration at the moment. Hence why Willy Gnonto's getting game time. They're going for a lot of young players and they're playing a lot of their youngsters. It's because it's in Serie A. There has been a crisis in terms of getting young players to play through that league, and producing talent has been an issue. And Roberto Mancini has made it a priority to try and work upon that, which is why they're going through that sort of regeneration and playing the young players like Gnonto, Raspadori, and the likes of. Yeah. Hey, no hate in French. League on is on. English, please, my brother. Bonjour, merci beaucoup. English, if possible. Tereak, we told Santi about KDB. Yep, he's off now, and Kovacic has come on for him. Nice 1-0. Big up Moss for that. Italy, what a weird national team. Over the last years, they had good players, but failed time after time. Now they are going through a rebirth of some sorts. Yeah, it's true. They have gone through, they won the Euros, amazing, but then didn't qualify for the World Cup. And that was ridiculous. The first side ever to win their continental championship and not qualify for a World Cup. That was huge disappointment. And they've not hit the levels since they have won the World Cup, to be honest. I know they made the final in Euro 2012, got battered by Spain, but anyone who's playing Spain in that final is getting battered. But yeah, overall, Italy, yeah, they've had to do that. They've had to try and get through these players, these young players, to come through, build them up into the side. A bit like what England did in the early days of Gareth Southgate. I remember in the 2018 World Cup, we had the youngest side in the tournament, did really well getting to that stage, and now focused on that young crop of players working together, training together, building up relationships, finding the best balance for them, and it seems to have worked a treat. And England are one of the favourites now for Euros 2024. Agents tell these young players not to commit to a nation, it seems. Yeah, I think exactly. I think maybe not even agents. Agents, well, I think they would say that because, from a commercial value, playing for Italy is better commercially than playing for Canada, especially with the issues that's going on in Canada at the moment with their Canadian FA not investing into the football team. And then, yeah, you've also got the families, I'd say, saying if you can see if you're good enough to play for Italy, then you can make a decision on Canada. It's a bit like Balogun. Balogun didn't commit to playing for the USA, did he? He didn't commit until recently. He was playing throughout the England underage groups. Jamal Musiala played for the English underage groups, and then was able to make a decision when he was good enough to play for both at the time. Is this going to be KDB's last year for Manchester City? I think he drops off enough. Pep will look to replace him. Yeah, exactly. What makes the difference between him and Klopp? Exactly that, the ruthlessness from Pep Guardiola. And I spoke about this one in my preview and why I predicted Arsenal to win the league. Pax, as I know you're a TTFOG, you'd have heard me say this. Oh, giving away. I'm doing his in. Oh, he's messed it up. That was a massive opportunity for Amdouni there. It was a mistake from Manchester City. I'm telling you, Burnley's press in this game has actually been all right. It's just when the ball gets into this middle third of the pitch, Manchester City are able to find the half spaces in between the lines where they can't suss them out and they just can't manage to get around it. But that was a huge opportunity for Amdouni. He looked like Rodri took a nick on that. He nicked it back towards Ederson. Just couldn't get his body across to protect the ball, but well done from Rodri in the end. Is it? So yeah. What about KDB? What I was saying in my prediction is I think that KDB's future, due to his body, he's going to play a lot more limited minutes. And there's Lyle Foster cuts across in the box, curls one just wide. But Burnley are gaining encouragement in this game. I said it. Me and actually Pac said it as well in the preview show. Burnley would start off strong. They would ultimately go 1-0 down. They would go out there, put a good showing of themselves. They've been impressive. Manchester City have been sloppy playing out of the back. And he just can't get that curl on it. He tries to go for the far post, but there's not enough curl on the ball. Given away by Kovacic again. And there's Coleccio. But there is the best defensive midfielder in the league in Rodri, covering up again. But given away again by Rico Lewis. Ake heads it away and then Rodri hooks it clear. My words. Now Burnley still got the ball here. Here's Coleccio with Ake on his back. Tries to turn him, plays it back to Sander Berge. Now they're playing well. You can hear the Burnley fans clapping, gaining encouragement. He plays it just behind Amdouni there. Dakil. But Manchester City are moving sloppy. And if it weren't for this man they're showing on screen in Rodri, you'd have said Burnley got an equaliser. First, it was given away by Rico Lewis, nutmegged by Amdouni, comes back, makes the tackle, and then given away by Kovacic. And who's there again to make the tackle? You cannot deny this man. Rodri, best defensive midfielder in the league, arguably in the world. Ridiculous. Merci. Appreciate you, my bro. What makes the difference? Yeah, that is the difference. Maybe it's good now. I went Salah second in the draft pick instead of KDB. I was wondering. I stayed away from KDB for that reason because of the injuries. His body's breaking down. He said it. He spoke about it in an interview. This is why you have to listen to the players when they speak, guys. This is what you do. He said it. My body's not the same as it was even 2 years ago. He keeps picking up these injuries. He was playing the last half of the season and towards the end with basically a torn hamstring. That's why, it's amazing what he did. Always turned up against us, though, didn't he, of course? But yeah, KDB struggling to find his fitness nowadays. He's off the pitch, and you wonder how long he's going to be out for. This was his first start since the Champions League final where he picked up that torn hamstring. Struggling again. Harry Kane, first part of his medical is done. Oh, I was watching his playing, I was tracking it. Thanks to my sister. It's got me into playing tracking now. So I was tracking his playing. I saw it at Stansted, waiting all day. Thanks to the news and people being able to check out what the registration of the plane was, I was able to locate it, typed it in, and I saw it leave. Harry Kane gone. Number 9. Exactly. He's got the number 9 Pletty goal with too many emojis. Yeah, I know what you mean, Pax. It's hard to just copy and paste these things and put them into the chat. I'm Dooney, my third pick striker for the Canadian Gooners. Yeah, exactly. A good pick, man. He's looking sharp so far. He was the one to watch, and he's doing really well for them. The striker from Basel. Good players. He got some decent talents on show. I'm sure whatever happens with the future of Burnley, some of these players that they might sell might go for higher 50s. If I'm doing, he's one of them. But here's Phil Foden now out to the left. Bernardo Silva inside. Chance now on the edge. They're just moving it there across. Moving it from side to side. Guys, if you haven't done so already, please smash that like button. It will be greatly appreciated. Manchester City leading by a goal to nil thanks to Erling Haaland, the inevitable man with the goal. Kevin De Bruyne, though, has gone off injured. If you're just tuning in, Mateo Kovacic has come on. But what I will say, Burnley have been a threat, and their pressing has caused Manchester City issues. Although City, when they do get in the final third, are trying to work it well. Burnley getting a lot of players back, but on the other end, they are causing Manchester City issues, making Ederson make relatively comfortable saves. Not really tested him serious, no. But there's been some near chances. But thanks to the likes of Rodri, he's been able to put out those fires. What an important player he is. And if we're talking about injuries, you'd say in this Manchester City team today, Rodri is more important than Kevin De Bruyne. Do you agree with me when I say that? Look at me in the eyes. Do you agree? Let me know. Flight Tracker 24, he knows. You know, he knows. Pax knows, he knows. So sometimes what my sister's got me into doing as well, you got a plane that just flies over your head and you're like, I wonder where that's going, or wonder where it's come from, if it's landing like near an airport near you. And you look at it and you see like, it's come from like Santorini, or it's a Fly Emirates one. If you're in London, you'll be seeing a lot of British Airways ones coming from America and all sorts all over the world. Even maybe from like Singapore and them places. Here's Kovacic, good play from City. Neat, tidy footwork. That touch from Foden was ridiculous. But James Trafford, off of his line, is able to claim that ball. Good play from the young English goalkeeper. That touch from Foden is an absolute joke, by the way. He was unlucky with that little ricochet there. Oh, Phil Foden. What a player. What a player indeed. Man City, oh no, they've pounced on it here. Here's Julian Alvarez, given away from Burnley. Tries to find Haaland, well defended by, who is Daroche. So they're playing a wing. Yeah, so it's 5 at the back, isn't it? They're playing 5 at the back at the moment, out of possession, 3 centre-backs, it looks like. Yeah, so Vitinho left wing back, Connor Roberts right wing back, Aldakil, O'Shea, Bayer. So it's a 5-4-1 out of possession that transitions to a 3. Yeah, it's quite interesting because it's not like a 3-4-3, but it's a whipping now. Oh my word! Haaland with the goal! What a finish with that left foot. He's a joke, man. He's ridiculous. He's an he's a machine, this guy. Oh my word. A snapshot. If you've got Julian Alvarez, that's an assist for you, by the way. Oh my word. Rodri plays it into Foden in that right half space. O'Shea's the deepest man. Cut back from Walker to Hojlund. Snapshot. No touch. Zero backlift. Curls it off the bar. Oh, what a player. Oh, ridiculous. Erling Haaland, you are a joke. He's a... Oh, what a player. He is disgusting, that finish. Guys, that is a horrendous... See, this is what Man City do, though, to you. You get a bit of hope. You think maybe we can. Oh my days, 2-0. Please. Amdouni. Oh, chance out in the box, blocked by Akanji, given away again. Manchester City, but Burnley can't capitalise. They just simply don't have a Erling Haaland. It was Bernardo Silva dispossessed. Good tackle from Amdouni. Calesio. I can't even pronounce that name. Colliesho? Yeah, Colliesho. I see. But corner now. Haaland will have 10 touches and bag a hattie. Big up Rich. He's ridiculous, isn't he? That corner. The fact he minimal touches. As what he's probably literally had about 2 touches in this game. And here's a Manchester City counter-attack opportunity. Here's Rico Lewis carrying the ball forward. Burnley getting players back quickly. Enough. Alvarez, that was a foul. Bad. Yeah, it was slowed down. They did well to slow the attack down, but Vitinho makes the foul in the end. Oh, man. One summer, I was hooked on Flat Tracker 24, trying to see the occasional crash, which was a bit mad. After a while, lost interest. Mad thing. Yeah, because you see, when you look at that Flight Tracker 24, you realise how much air traffic there is, Pax. Do you know how many planes are in the air at one time? It's actually mad how much there are. Haaland, well, hat trick game week 1. Nah, he's not even my captain. I feel stupid. Brave Saka's better score 4 goals. You convinced me to captain him. I'm sorry, Vibes. I'm sorry. Crossed in. It's not quite cleared away. Pushing it back by Kovacic. I'm going to have a look at the fancy team as well whilst we're here, you know. I'm going to look in the league. Who's got who? In the Tereak Talks Family League. Oh, you can't see it yet. You have to wait until today's done. Tonight's game. And they start updating the points. Who's got Haaland as their captain? Hold your hands up. Let me know. I wish I did. Assist Alvarez. Yeah, but Norway is dominating the Prem. If you've got Julian Alvarez, you've got an assist right there. Cleared up and away. My 3-0 prediction's certainly on. Might even be more than that as Burnley's legs begin to tire. Alvarez tracking all the way back there to stop Aldakil. Rico Lewis. He's getting a lot of physical attention in this game, but he's managing it, the young lad. He's done really well, given that he's getting a lot of pushes in the back. Burnley seeming to target him on that physical battle. It seems to be by instruction from Vincent Kompany, but he's holding up to it, the young lad. Why he's so highly rated by Pep Guardiola. He's had 9 touches. 9 touches and he scored 2 goals. Man City. Their play, it's mad. Ooh, Ake slips, but he regains his footing. Rodri to Foden. Plays on around the corner to Alvarez. This is good football, you know, from City. Captain Haaland, Captain Haaland, Captain Haaland. Oh, look at all you guys. Realist, Rich, Louis, Pax. I was so close to picking Alvarez. Of course, Haaland, my captain. Doesn't everyone? I don't. I've got Saka as my captain. Saka better score me a brace at least tomorrow. Big up my bro Manj in the building. Hope you're keeping good and well. Haaland with 2 goals. Oh. Nathan Ake. Man City just playing the game at their own pace. I can't lie. It's so impressive watching them. Just how they manage these situations. They've not even come out of second gear, lads and ladies and gents. They've not even come out of second gear. And they've just been out here playing, like messing about at the back. Burnley can't capitalise. And then Erling Haaland does Erling Haaland things. Do you get it? It's just a joke, man. Mandem and Galdem. I keep saying, guys, sorry. I know we've got plenty of different people watching. Big up yourselves. Haaland Globetrotters doing the business. Yeah, he's Pep can have a nap. It's so easy. He actually could. It's comfortable. Burnley haven't even been bad, but that just shows the dominance that they have in this league. Man City. It's hard to really kind of judge this from a Man City. I mean, hard to really look at it, Burnley, and say, are they poor? They're lacking the quality that Man City just have in the end. Going forward, they've looked dangerous. Can't convert these chances. Can't really create them into dangerous goal-scoring chances as well, where they're really threatening Ederson. Ederson's not had to do anything remarkable. That might be the difference in the end for Burnley. That might be their issue. He's not being able to capitalise. But their whole setup, the team's set up quite well. Going forward, Kaliasho can't find the run of Lyle Foster there. Well cut out by Kanji. Liverpool prepared to walk away from the deal. Huge news, which Pax brought in. Only 25 subs away now, inching closer. Big up to those new subscribers as well. Please smash that like button if you are, to the newbies and to the TTF OG members. Tereak Talks family, that's what the TTF stands for. Big up to yourselves, people. On the road to 700. Can we get there, people? Can we get there? Ooh, a target. That's how the targets I've set for subscribers lately. I haven't been doing good. That's my fault. Hold my hands up. But 700 by September. Can we do that? We got just what, 3 weeks away. 700 by September. By deadline day. We'll be doing the deadline day stream as well. Of course, you already know that. Foden, Dara O'Shea with a poor header. Foden's able to pick it up. He's been a real nuisance today. For Thorn in Burnley side, as they're just settling now, camping in their rest defence. Man City. Someday Brits will catch up to Moss. T's killing it 1K before the new year. Appreciate you, my bro. Hopefully so. It's a good target. Can we get to 1K before the new year? That's the medium to long term target. And can we do the short term? 700 by September. Let's go, people. Appreciate you all. Thank you. Listen to Pax right here. He's already dashed in a fresh new Discord link. If you haven't done so already, join the Discord server. We've got plenty of channels in there, different types of conversation, not just football talk. Paxton's great. We're bringing in a lot of the football news, but Moss does a good job as well. And to be fair, all of you guys, just making it like a family feel, just a place where it's comfortable to chat about whatever. You got life stuff and mental health stuff channels in there. So even if it's non-football related, food, music, you name it all. We've got it all in there. We'd love for you to be a part of it if you haven't joined already. 604 for Moss, for Moss and Luke at the Across the Pond Sports Talk. Big up to yourselves, catching nearly 700 for you. Congratulations on the 600, bro. Haaland is a cheat code. City doesn't even have to play well, and he was still banged. City, yeah, this is what I'm saying, King. They haven't played well. to their level at all. Not come out of Manchester City second gear. Haaland has had 9 touches and scored. Here we go. Ball over the top. Phil Foden's in here. Phil Foden would have touches it down. Has done really well. Flag goes up for offside. In the end, was he offside? Oh, Foden's onside there. Foden looks on to me. Brings it down well. He was asking for a penalty. He looked onside though. I'm not gonna lie. Life still hasn't returned. I knew he was gonna pick up on that when I mentioned Life as the channel. But yeah, Life hasn't returned. We will try and work on that. Me and Rich. Now Rich is in here watching in the chat. See the pressure. See the pressure, Rich. No, but we are looking to bring it back for sure. I'm gonna get our game ready for the second half. I mean for halftime, our halftime entertainment. Crossover grid. You know how it goes, people. You know how it goes. Getting that crossover grid. I just had a little glance at that there. Not looking too shabby. 5 minutes added on time though. That's for the Kevin De Bruyne injury. Not really the World Cup style of halftime though. Added on. Actually, yeah, you probably would have seen 2 minutes added on last year's season for this, for just the Kevin De Bruyne one. 2 goals as well, mate. I don't know. I don't think 5 minutes is outrageous. There's not been too many stoppages in the game. Man City putting them under a bit of pressure here. Oh my word, that is very, very fortunate from Jordan Bayer. He played it through Julian Alvarez's legs, but if he gave it to him and it would have broke for it was Dar Roche, actually, my bad. If it would have broke for Alvarez, he'd have just been able to play it simply across the box for Haaland to grab his hat trick. Hopefully next Sunday before it moves to completely new channel packs. Yeah, hopefully. So yeah, because that is the look at it the moment. We might be putting it. Well, we are looking to put it on a new channel. That's why there has been sort of the delay, which running those things over, just waiting for certain things to be done. Ooh! The sloppiness from Manchester City at the back is a joke, but Burnley aren't able to capitalise. It looked like a foul on Lyle Foster there. Pep Guardiola's not going to be happy at all. But Man City is still 2-0 up. They're still 2-0 up. Rich, how is the Mateta sale? Will he leave so you can come and buy Eddie? Super Eddie, shall I say? Let's not forget the super part. Or following Balogun. They can try and buy Balogun. I don't mind that. Arsenal seem to be reluctant to sell Eddie Nketiah. They're definitely not reluctant to sell. What's his name? Flo, though. They just want a fair price. What? Hold on. Is that true? Hold on. Guys, Romeo Lavia, apparently Chelsea have got an agreement with Southampton for 50 million to buy Romeo Lavia. Is that a backup option to Caicedo if things don't work out? Or are they going to buy both? Are they going to buy Caicedo and Romeo Lavia? Wow. Halftime's fast approaching, few seconds. Oh my days. That could be it. Lavia and Caicedo leaving them with nothing. Empty-handed. Both, I heard. Flo will go West Ham. Expecting results soon. No T. I always know and no T. He's always late. At least I can trust you, Rich. You waste, man. Love you though, Pax. Flo will go, I reckon. Can we please have no Palace talk? Elise could be on his way. We're looking at Che Adams. Che Adams ain't a bad footballer, terrible goal scorer though. He ain't gonna solve your goal scoring issues. Yeah, that's not great. Both Lavia and Caicedo. Chelsea playing the game very smart. I will give that to Todd. He can definitely cook when needed. He's a madman, but you can't cross him. Don't try and cross Todd Burley. And Caicedo, and what Caicedo doing, he wanted us is so obvious now as London, but Chelsea, mate, Caicedo wanted anyone that wanted him. He wanted anyone that wanted him. Probs both because they're not getting Tyler Adams anymore. Oh, it's true that Tyler Adams deal fell through. Feel sorry for the American man. I feel sorry for that. Imagine that he's probably got a dream move to Chelsea, one of the top teams in the Premier League, top 6 teams, and then they're like, "Nah, do you know what? We don't want you. We're putting all our money in for Caicedo and Lavia because we feel like it, because of what Liverpool have done to us. We're going to get them in trouble again." CP Crystal Palace has no ambition. If you get Chad and don't disrespect, yeah, no ambition at all. You could try and be. Try the Brighton approach and try and find a next striker in another league, a diamond in a rough, but like how Crystal Palace want to do that. Liverpool mudded again. This is disgusting. It's embarrassing. If Lavia ends up at Chelsea alongside Caicedo, mate, Liverpool call it a day. Wrap it up, guys. Wrap it up. Liverpool showed their hands. What? 11 record fee, and then Moises didn't like them. Yeah, that's what it. Well, he would have went to Liverpool if Chelsea weren't trying to sort a deal for him. If they pulled out of the race, he'd be a Liverpool player right now. He'd have been announced and everything. Thought he would join McAllister there. Yep. Apparently he wants Chelsea. Maybe London factor. Maybe more wages. Maybe a combination of both. Who knows? We had the conversation last night. Who would you rather join? Liverpool in the short term are obviously a better team. They've got a better squad of players. They've got a better attack, better midfield with Caicedo there. But the ambition Chelsea are showing, I'm sorry, we cuss them all the time for moving reckless, but you cannot knock them for ambition. They are moving. They are the most ambitious owners in the land. How they're operating, trying to get these best players out of Europe, buying clubs like Strasbourg as well to try and build like the City group. They're crazy. They're not always. They're making a lot of wrong decisions as well, but you can't knock the ambition. They're not just settling on their laurels and sitting on their hands saying, "Oh, we've paid money. We've invested this much amount of cash. No one can complain. You work it out, Potch. You work it out, whoever." No. They like, you don't want to succeed. Okay, bang. You don't do well for us. You want this player? Here you go. You want that player? Okay. That player not work out for you? All right, you get out the door. We'll get someone else in. Okay, let's get you this player, mate. You want brand new player? Okay. They're moving mad. Todd and Eddie are the big winners so far. Yeah. The biggest winners are Brighton. That's who the big winners are. Smash the like button. Listen to Shay right there. Absolutely. Shay Adams healthy, causes trouble. Saw him last week opener. He's a good footballer. Terrible striker. Terrible. When you say striker, a goal scorer. They need goals. Palace do. They need goals. They've lost goals from Zaha. You're losing goals and creativity. Yes, you got Matheus França, but it's something unknown for him. He might need a year to settle at the very least, to get settled into the country, learn the different language, etc. with his teammates. You know how all of that goes. So losing Elise, you're losing even more creativity. So yeah. No Tyler Adams now. So it's Lavia and Caicedo for Chelsea. Looking like so, my bro. Todd the hijack king. I'm taking him over the Glazers, although anyone could be better, to be honest. Yeah. You have to take them over the Glazers, and you are right with the last part of the sentence. Anyone could be better. Burley Ball is clown show king. Liverpool need a proper replacement for Edwards. This is not looking good, bruv. All the rumours are, though, King, in terms of Michael Edwards and him leaving and someone with the surname Ward as well, is because Jurgen Klopp's got so much power and control at that club at the moment. You know, very much similar to how a certain Arsene Wenger did in his time at Arsenal, had too much power, had too much control. And when you do that, there's a lot of upheaval within the hierarchy. If you're not agreeing with him, you can't. It's hard to come to terms and come to a compromise when someone's got that much power, which seems to be the case as well. Nice have scored, half time there. Klopp might just be proving he isn't as good as rebuilds after all. Who knew certainly. I had doubts. Yep. When you look at his career, what Borussia Dortmund, he couldn't do a rebuild with a fantastic squad that he built there initially, but regenerating it is something very difficult, which you mentioned earlier, Pax. Pep Guardiola is the best at doing. With how ruthless he is, how he understands players' mentality. He spoke about this in an interview as well, guys. As you can probably tell if you've joined this stream, I've spoken a lot about interviews and press conferences and whatnot. He said, with certain players, once they become a champion, it's hard to teach, and it's hard for them to recognize they're still like part of a team, and they still need to rotate because the ego inflates when you become a champion. He's spoken, and that's why he's gotten rid of the likes of Sterling, Cancelo. He's had a falling out with, and he's going to get rid of him as well. He makes these turnovers at the right time, gets rid of them, keeps the right ones, refreshes the squad when needed to, won leagues without having a central number 9, brings in the best number 9, a goal scoring forward out there, arguably there's ever been in Erling Haaland. And yeah, that's a lot of hyperbole at the moment, but he's on course to be the best ever with his record. 2 goals already in the Premier League with that, 9 touches, 9 or so. Ridiculous, man. Liverpool deserve it. They didn't want to pay the extra 5 million for Lavia. Then they thought they were smart trying to hijack Caicedo. They did think they were smart. They did. Realistically, what Liverpool should have been doing is speaking to Caicedo for a long time, gauging how interested he is. If we come in, would you come to us? Do you have priorities? Do you have Chelsea? Would you come to us straight away? Would you work these things out? If not, if we're second choice, guess what? See you later. I'm going to big up Edu here. I'm going to clap Edu and Arteta, because they said if your Arsenal aren't your choice, if they're not your first choice, mate, we don't want you. We're not going to bid that much for you. As soon as we found out that Mudryk was flirting with Chelsea and talking to them and interested, okay, I'll come. I'm open to coming to you guys. Sorry, Mudryk, we're not paying. We were willing to overpay for Mudryk. We were willing to splash the cash, but as soon as we knew Chelsea were involved and they got belief that they could get Mudryk, Arsenal went, see ya. We're not getting involved in this. We're not gonna do this. That's why Arsenal do that, and that's what you gotta give credit. We miss out on some targets. We've missed out on Lisandro Martinez. We've missed out on other players as well, Vlahovic. But essentially, we don't miss out in terms of the players that they're bringing. A lot of them have been successes. Yes, there's been ones that have the jury's still out on. You'd say like a Fabio Vieira and whatnot. But most of the big investments that we're really putting in have smashed. We smashed it. And the real big players like your Erdegaards, your Jesus, your Zinchenko's, your Gabriels, your Ben Whites. Come on, man. We've done well for those people. But yeah, it's crazy how it goes. G Staffy in the building. Hope you're keeping good and well. A happy weekend to you all, and happy weekend to you as well, G Staffy. How are you doing? You have a good week, guys, and that goes for everyone. Gracie, G Staffy, been way too long. War up, says King. Exactly, Rich. Maybe now I'm understanding the FSG out chance if they don't act. Should have been talking to Caicedo a long time, gauging that interest, and with other targets too. Hello, Mossman and King. Big up to you. Big up to yourself. Stop bringing it up, please, Moss. Borough hurt me first week. That's what he's saying. Stop bringing it up. Don't blame you. Che Adams is unbelievably frustrating at times for Scotland. I have more faith in a lanky striker that not much better for QPR. Are you on about Lyndon Dykes? Is that what you're on about? Yeah, he's awful. He's shocking striker. That's the Scottish problem that they've got at the moment. No forwards. Midfield's actually not too bad. McTominay, McGinn. Yeah, if that's a Premier League midfield, people going woof, stinky. But nah, I think that's a good midfield for Scotland that level. Defenders aren't too bad either. But the forwards, yeah. If Lavia and Caicedo joins Chelsea, what's the expectation for Poch? Do you know what? It's become desensitized to Chelsea and their crazy spending. And I think a lot of fans, what we've done now is we've looked at it and we've said Chelsea and their crazy spending doesn't always result in success. We know that. And rarely has resulted in success in recent years for Premier League standards. Yes, they've won the Champions League and a few cups, but not the big, the Premier League. So he's got a little bit of pressure off him. When realistically, if Caicedo and Lavia came to Arsenal, yeah, if we spent that much on those two players, everyone's saying you must win the league. If that happens with Chelsea, if that happens with Liverpool, you must win the league. If that happens with Manchester United, people are saying, even though we've become desensitized to how they spend, you look at them and say, you must win the league, Man United. Manchester City, vice versa, apart from Chelsea. Why? So I'm sorry, Pochettino, if you get Caicedo and Lavia, you're expecting a challenge, right? I'm not saying you're going to expect to win in your first season, young players, etc., all of that. Expect a challenge. No other European competition. All focus on the Premier League. And you're springing in spending potentially, let's say 120 million for Caicedo, yeah, and then what, 50 million, 170 million on them two players, and then as well as Nicholas Jackson and for real, Cotton Kunku, he's out for 2 months and that, but yeah, and then buying all these like Angelo Gabriel, Andre Santos, Leslie Okuchukwu. Come on, man, come on, Chelsea, pull up your big boy pants. You need to be winning. You need to be challenging. When you're spending that much money. More, I mean, if we haven't even brought about all the money that they spent in previous windows. Does Klopp walk away if FSG don't act and Liverpool start slipping up again? No, I'm very confident in saying this, Pax. No, because he shields FSG a lot with his comments, with everything he says, and he's got a lot of power. They've given him a lot of power there. Arsene Wenger didn't walk away because of the power that he had there, and Klopp's not getting that power elsewhere unless he went Saudi Arabia. So maybe if he's got Saudi Arabia knocking on his door with all them wages, maybe he goes there because they can actually provide him with the players that he wants. But apart from that, I very, very don't much see him going away. Jurgen Klopp. Don't cost a thing. R9 before his knee injury is the only one better than Haaland at scoring goals. Yeah, I hear you on that. I hear you. Yeah, he's a better football player than Haaland or Pep and Haaland. Let me listen to this. Hold on. Pep was going absolutely mad at Haaland there. I need to hear it. Let me hear it, and then I'll chat to you guys. Haaland, scored 2 goals. Everyone's singing, shouting about him. And this is what Pep Guardiola said to him. He's walked up to him quite angrily, shouting at him. Erling, he says, "There's 2." He's talking about right tempo. He's going mad at Erling Haaland. He's just pushed the camera away. This is why Pep is. Pep's the GOAT, man. He's the GOAT. Yeah, happy. He's not. Haaland's out there put his team up in the lead. They've been a terrible performance for Man City standards. It's not been terrible, of course, but nowhere near the level. And he spots something in Erling that he needs to sort out. Erling, you need to do this. You need to do that. Hey, he's relentless, man. That Gaffer, you can't rest on your laurels. That's why he pushes you and takes you to that level, man. Pep Guardiola. Imagine that. You're out there. You've scored a brace. If that's Sunday League and your manager's having a go at the year, you're looking at him saying, "Big man, what?" But nah, not with Pep Guardiola, because he says, "What you want to say that you want to go against me? Okay, I'll take you off." Julian, you're up top. He was on the bench. Maxim Perone or something. You know what I mean? Or Jack, get on. Mad. That's why him and Cancelo, that he falls out with a lot of players and he has to have a turnover because he is that intense. And sometimes it's a bit too much. But you don't doubt the man in terms of getting success, do you? Big up Shay, man. You're a legend too, my brother. I appreciate you. We all see Maguire to West Ham. Apparently, West Ham have agreed a fee with Man United, but they can't agree with Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire. Oh, here we go. Breaking news for FPL purposes. Ladies and gents, Gabriel Magalhaes has travelled with the squad. So he's with the squad. That is from Team News and Ticks. The well-sourced Arsenal and FPL ITK. Gabriel Magalhaes has travelled with the squad. Right there. Chelsea is good enough. McGinn, McTominay, Nesbitt. Yeah, to Millwall. Che, not Chelsea. Sorry, I just thought you abbreviated Chelsea then. Young players take time to grow. Sometimes in new environments, still outside Champions League for me. Yes, in terms of Chelsea, realistically, that's where I think they'll finish. I think they'll finish sixth. I think Newcastle will finish ahead of them. But when you spend that much money, man, the pressures are mad. I think Chelsea don't really get enough pressure for the amount of money that they spent and how poorly they perform. Is Coleccio. I didn't even get to play my game at halftime because of this. I think I'll play it during the game. Che isn't good enough, Moss. I'm telling you that. Kefren, yeah, looking good. TT, is he? Liverpool might moving for him in the end. Who knows? I need to drag Maguire to West Ham myself soon. Just leave my club and you know the rest. Giving away again. Kovacic wins that 50-50 challenge. And that might give Manchester City a break here. Here's Foden now into that middle. Tries to find Alvarez. It's a poor pass in the end. Trafford should collect that. Is or isn't travelling. He is travelling. Gabriel Magalhaes has travelled with the squad. Yeah. With 3 games on. He can't hear with 3 games on. Big up yourself. Nah, he has travelled. Everyone is spending this amount of money, this window only. Pressure on most. But remember, Pax, the amount of money that Chelsea have spent, it's not, they've spent more than everyone else. They have. I'm talking about in the last 12 months, bro. Yeah, they've spent more than us. Eric Ten Hag spent a lot of money in his first year. Not Chelsea money. Chelsea, and that was a Chelsea team that not long won the Champions League. They were in the top 4, regressed all the way down to 12th. Now, when you spend bringing in Caicedo for the amount of money that you have, Enzo Fernandez for over £107 million, Mudryk 60 to rising to £80 million, Madueke, Nkunku, Nicholas Jackson, Carney Chukwuemeka, literally the whole team, apart from Reece James and Reece James, Colwill, and Thiago Silva. Everyone else has been purchased recently, and Kepa to Chilwell. But yeah, even Chilwell's a £50 million player. He's a warrior. Pax, as well. How many times do your players in Man United get brought up at their price tags? Harry Maguire, for example. 80 million. £80 million, Harry Maguire. Yeah, not Aaron Ten Hag's player, but he's 80 million. He should be better than that, shouldn't he? Should be doing better than that, surely. Surely, mate. Pax Rasmus just out for this first match. Yeah, so they're saying that he should be back for the Arsenal game in September, the start of September. Ake tries to find the run of Rico Lewis. Burnley have a counter-attacking opportunity here. Berge Salah Foster. Oh, Vitinho tried to make another run. He made about 4 different runs in that moment there. Thuram growing and even more confident now. He's even better than he was last season. Boy, he's cooking if that's the case. Let me dash this up on screen so we can play this together. Let me change the background. Let me zoom in on that as well. Let me zoom. What do it mean to click that? Okay. Take that comment off the screen. Okay, guys. Premier League players that have played for Lille. Oh, there's loads. There's loads. Do you know what I know one? Thiago Hillary. No, I got that wrong. I swear he played for them and Liverpool. Oh, he played for Sporting, didn't he? Oh, London clubs. I didn't read it properly. Oh, I'm an idiot. Lille. Yeah, that is Lille. I didn't read it. I just saw Premier League badge and thought, oh, yeah, he's played in the Premier League. But it's not that. It's London clubs. Idiot Tereak. Even look at Poch. Does he make huge strides straight away, or has he shown to ultimately grow with slower progress, making teams better? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right. In his last time in the Premier League, grow with huge strides. But this is an experienced manager now. If you're talking about Arteta in his first season in management completely, I think you can say, yeah, take stride, grow slowly, do that, but not with an experienced coach like Mauricio Pochettino. I feel like you need to be able to hit the ground running. Yeah, I'm not saying you need to be winning league titles, challenging. You can do that. We've seen lesser sides with lesser managers, lesser teams being able to challenge for leagues. No one expected Arsenal to, even though we had a long time with Arteta by that point. If they are the right players, they can. Oh, a few weeks, then Diet Haaland is already hurt. And what Roland said about Haaland, that he would be hurt all the time. Talking about Rasmus Hojlund there. And yeah, Erling Haaland, yeah, he's been a joke, hasn't he? He did have a bad injury history. It was his time at Dortmund, but played so many minutes, so many games for Manchester City this year. Let's have a look quickly. Let's go on. See if I can do that. London clubs, yeah, Gervinho. Easy. Madrid clubs in La Liga and Lille. Hazard in it. That's what everyone's going to be thinking. Is there anyone else? Any like Atletico Madrid? And there's Haaland, blocked, corner. Can't give him half a chance. Dara O'Shea does much better there, sticking close to the Norwegian striker. Sporting, London clubs. Can I say Marcus Edwards? Yeah, 15%. I'm not even clever. Damn it. Cross into the box. Nathan Ake back post. It's broken out for Rico Lewis. Rico Lewis brings it down. Still got players in the box there. Bernardo with an opportunity to cross. Does. Flicked onto the back post. Foden. Shot blocked. Corner. Again. London clubs and Newcastle United. I'm trying to think of players from the past. Demba. Bar. I could have put. Do you know what? Louder. Yohan Kabay. Yeah, Yohan Kabay. I knew it. For who's a London club he played for? Palace. That's the way we like it. You need a Brazil and Lille. Thiago Santos currently playing. Ooh, good shout, but I don't like using currently playing players. Look, Marcus Edwards has done me dirty. Edwards, a FIFA wonder kid at some point, so high result. True. And a current player. I think if you got current players, bro, packs, it doesn't help. But yeah, he's a good player on FIFA, former Tottenham Tottenham player. Madrid clubs in La Liga. Lille. Hazard. Shall I do Hazard? Nah, too bait, man. Have they got anyone else? Did Furlong Mendy play there? No, he played at Leon. Carrasco. Did Carrasco play for Lille? Oh my word, Haaland touch while defended in the end. That nearly caught me off guard. Did Carrasco play for Lille? Rodri draws a save from James Trafford. Ronaldo. That's the one I'm thinking of. Fabio Contrao. Did he play for Sporting Lisbon? I'm unsure. Madrid clubs and Newcastle. Michael Owen. No, 24%. Idiots. Stupid. What have you gone for in the chat, guys? So Lukaku escaping Italy to Spuds. Header from Rodri, saved by Trafford again. So Lukaku escaping to Italy to Spuds. T-Talks, people were saying this morning. Oh, I'm not seeing any news on that. He's not wanted really by anywhere in Italy. Hazard, yeah. Hazard, I feel like he's the bait one. If Michael Owen's bait. What about anyone that's moved? I'll try and go for these first. Let's have a look. Let's put Hazard. 70%. I knew it. Dirty. Disgusting. Madrid clubs and Sporting Lisbon. Ronaldo. Cristiano at that. That's going to be high. 59%. Brazil and Lille. Thiago Santos, she said. Let's think of anyone else. Andre, the midfielder. No, I can't think, man. Difficult. Maybe that. What was that? Thiago Santos. Oh, it didn't work. Let's see if we get a better one, guys. Come on. So I'm going to use Kabay again. Johan Kabay. Smash that. London clubs. Lil Javinho. Javinios. Who did I do for that one? Michael Owen. Nah, I'm sure surely there's a player that's played for Atletico. Oh, Kieran Trippier. Big shout there, Moss. This is a slightly harder grid, to be fair. It is, isn't it? It is. Let me zoom it in. If I zoom it in, it's hard to see anyway. Kieran, big shout, Moss. I didn't even think about that. I'm not going to put it in, though, because it's going to be a higher percentage than even Michael Owen. Are there any other clubs in Madrid, in La Liga? Yeah, I did Ronaldo, Louis, 59%. I'm going to go for someone lower. Did Fabio Coentrao play for Sporting Lisbon? Yeah, it didn't work. I don't know why. It didn't work for some reason. I do trust you, Moss, but yeah, the game didn't work. Maybe it's not updated its database yet. As soon as he misses a square goes to cheating. Yeah, I do, man. I want to get every square filled, man. I want to. I must fill every square. This game is been poor in the second half, so I'm glad we're playing this. But this is hard. Brazil. Lille. Brazil. Hey, yeah. I like that shout. I bet he's. No worries, Louis. Big up my bro, man. No worries. I went with a high one. Gabriel. I bet he's high though. Again, I bet Gabriel Magalhaes is very high. Not right now. Hope not. Not before a game. But yeah, I bet he's a high percentage. Anyone else? Brazilian Lilian? Sporting Portugal. Is Fabio Coentrao play for Sporting Lisbon? That's all I need to know. Sporting, a random club. Only know a few ballers. I'm gonna guess Fabio Contrao. I'm gonna guess him. Ah, got it. Beautiful. Nice. I like that. Gassed. Okay, Fabio Contrao, the left back. 14% still quite high though, you know. How about is anyone signed? Oh, Hojlund holds him off. Julian Alvarez. Oh, he was off balance completely there. Wide. Awful shot. And it's a poor shot in the end from Julian Alvarez. Haaland does really well, shows his brute strength and physicality. What a pass from Edison into Foden, flicks it around to Haaland, shrugs off Dara O'Shea, plays it to the right where Alvarez drags it too far wide. To be fair, Dara O'Shea does really well to defend that. Got to give credit to the Irish centre back. Koleosho is off. Amdouni is off as well. And there's the boy, Anas Zarauri. I rate him. I do. I rate him a lot. Fabio was underrated at Madrid. Yes, he was. Good left back. He had built a very good relationship with Cristiano Ronaldo. It was one of his closest friends. And Marcelo was too. I guess it makes sense because they both played for Sporting Lisbon, Portuguese. Makes a lot of sense. But I'm struggling with a Brazilian Lilian, apart from Gabriel Magalhães. I think I might have to just go for that one. Gabriel. Where's Gabriel Magalhães? Is it that one? Oh, which Gabriel's that? Nah, man. I can't do that. That's cheat. Nah, I'm cheating. I don't even care. Come on, man. There's too many Gabriels out there in the world. I'm meant to know the man's birthday. Just call him Gabriel Magalhães. There's only one Javinho. Come off it. Oh my days. He's done it again. How old's Gabriel? What is he, like 25? So that means he'll only be born in what, 97, nearly 98. So I'm going way too old there. Not Gabriel. I don't want to do that. Javinho, even though Gabriel is the good one for that too. Come on. Oh, what? Gabriel? Okay. Did Barbosa play for them? Gabriel Barbosa? True, he ain't that old. That was my fault. He ain't that old, you're right. Don't even know your own player's birthday. That's disrespectful. Ismaili, very good shout. I'm actually kicking myself. I wanted to put Alvarez in my FPL, but I was too scared. He was not going to play. No, but in the long term, that might be the right choice, Louis. I hear you today. He's got an assist to his name, but in the long term, you might have made the right choice there. VAR on that pick, indeed. I'm not too sure. Oh, crossing. Ooh. Too many Gabriels, for real. Too many Brazilian Gabriels out there in the world. Burnley gone direct. There's Erling Haaland clearing it defensively, doing his defensive duties there too. Come on, guys. Let's work this out. A Brazilian that's played for Sporting Lisbon. There's been plenty. There have been plenty there. Off the top of my head. Oh, heavy touch. Edison. Chance, potentially. Just give it to Anas Sarauri, man. Where's Anas? Oh, he's playing up top. Akanji, brilliant movement into that space there. Just opens up the pitch for them, but has to go backwards. Alvarez is an amazing player and needs to play exactly. Or they have. They have to have played for Brazil. Nah, not have to have played for Brazil. Just Brazilian. Yeah, just have to be Brazilian. So it could be any Tom, Dick, and Harry that's just Brazilian and played for Sporting Lisbon. It's hard to think, just off the top of their heads. We're just playing a game, guys, of this whilst the game is on and being a bit boring. Hopefully, we'll see some substitutions from Burnley. By free kick there on Ake. Very fortunate. Brun Larson with the foul. Company shocked. Doesn't think that was the right decision. Actually, that's very soft. That's extremely soft. Portugal, you got Joe Linton, you got Bruno Guimaraes, you've got and I'm just trying to think any obscure ones. I don't want to go for the obvious. Surely there's someone back in the day. Did Joe ever play for them? He played for Man City and Everton. Who else? Brazilian Newcastle player. Might have to go with the obvious ones, guys. I tuned in at the right time. Check the Discord for my Tita Grid T. I will do. I'll check that out. Mateus Reis for Brazil and Sporting. Capa, is it what? Cacapa played for Newcastle and Leon. See, you're bad boy. You are. Elias winger played for Sporting. Okay, so you guys are better than this than me. Mateus Rice. I was going to say Coates. Nah, he's Uruguayan. But good shout. South American. Okay. I need to try and work this out. Chill up. 20%. I'm going to do that. Cat. Look at this. 3.4% rush in the building. Oh, man. I would have just gone for a Bruno Guimaraes or a Joe Linton. I would never have got that. Mario Jardel. He says, you proper bad boy, you need to Google him. He's so good at this game, isn't he? Big Sam managed to get him at Bolton, but he was past it by then. And the obvious, I'm trying to avoid the obvious ones in Eden Hazard and Eden Hazard and Michael Owen or Trippier. This one, who did I say? Marcus Edwards. Might just have to do the Marcus Edwards thing, guys. Unless Chelsea have sold a player to Sporting Lisbon. Have Chelsea ever bought a player from Sporting Lisbon? Have West Ham? Have Crystal Palace? Have Fulham? Cedric? Yay! Cedric Suarez. Somehow. Madrid clubs. Had to go the obvious. Real Madrid went for Hazard. Oh, yeah, I feel like there's someone else in Spanish. Capa sounds terrible. I'll have to ask Santi on that. Surely there's someone else. Frenchman. Belgian. Dutch. We've had a few of them as well. Dutch players. Botman. If there was Lil Newcastle, Botman would be that. I'm just gonna have to go Mikel Owen. Already did it. Did it earlier. Man, I forgot. There's too many Owens. There's way too many Michaels. Mikel Owen, even increasing his percentage. Eden Hazard, 70%. Terrible score. Shocking score. Ismaili. Rafinha. Didn't even know he played for Sporting Lisbon. Oh, yeah, he did. That's where the Rennes signed him from. Yeah. Bruno Guimaraes. Kieran Trippier again. Pedro Porro. Good. Is that was it? Nicola Pepe. Forgot about Nicola Pepe. Another Ivorian. Played for a London club. Eden Hazard. Yeah. Wow. Decent one, guys. That was harder today. Poor performance. I put in a Burnley performance. That's what I did. Put in a Burnley one. You're going Owen for or Trippier. I went Owen, and I'm glad he was just a bit lower. Because I feel basically, Moss, if you're a current player or a player that's made a direct transfer, you got a high chance of getting picked. Whereas if you're a player from back in the day, like that Kakapa, whatever, that Kasapa or whatever his name is, no disrespect, but Brush kills it at this game. Because you can think of players that from the 90s, from the early 2000s, just like that, off the dome. Go on, Foden. Oh, well defended in the end. Just a slight deflection caused that to go wide, and Haaland, and they get a call. That's surely a corner, no? I thought that was a corner. That should have been a corner. That's surely a corner, though. Terrible decision. Just having a look to see if there's any news, any more transfer news breaking whilst we're in the middle of this. Apart from Gabriel Magalhaes is with the squad. Chelsea looking to strike a deal worth 115 million. Crazy. No news. I was just looking at Harry Kane there. Here we go. Here's Benson. Here's their most dynamic player, the number 10, probably the best player, the highest value player on Burnley's FPL. Oh. See if he can make an impact. Haaland now on big 20 touches. Oh, more than doubled his touches from that first half. And he hasn't scored. Poor second half from Haaland. Shocking. Should be doing better, for a player of his caliber, should be doing much better. Tongue in cheek, of course. Varane was born in Lille. Does that count? Did he play for Lille? If he played for Lille, then it counts. Okay, yeah. Brush should audition for Masterminds. I can't lie. It's football master. Oh, if we did a football mastermind series on the channel, Brush would kill it. Now, it does take me a bit of time, to be fair. It's just one of those where you sit and think about it. Yeah. It's harder when I feel like it's harder when you're on stream. You got the pressure. You got the pressure of Paxton telling you you're crap at this. This game kills me, sucks me, and it does all the time. I spend ages trying to play that game, trying to think of better players who've played for both. That Tic-a-Tac-a-Toe one's quite good, Moss. I think you and Brush would be good at that. What did I say? That needs a pause. Some of the reports were saying, "Yep, I saw that. We saw that earlier. We mentioned it. Lavia and Caicedo. That is a worst nightmare for Liverpool. Yeah, Brush, Liverpool muddied right now. Defo, bro, a lot easier without the pressure and time restrictions. But Lavia and Caicedo, Liverpool. Yeah, feeling that Burley ball hijacks. We felt it. We felt it. We felt it for Rick. Now they're feeling it for two players. Oh, chance, goal. Rodri, 3-0. Bang. Can the score needs to remain the same now? Rodri. The set pieces, the defending from set pieces from Burnley has been appalling. All onside. Shocking defending from set pieces. And there's the man, Rodri. Missed the penalty in the Carabao Cup final. Has only gone and made it 3-0. Comfortable Manchester City win. Put the dagger in Burnley hearts. It's absolutely poor defending from Burnley and set pieces. 2 goals from set pieces. Manchester City proving how much of a threat they are, not just on with the ball at their feet in play, in open play, but on set pieces as well. And Burnley, if you are to stay up and have a successful season like many have predicted you guys to have, you need to sort out this defending from set pieces. Because even the teams up and down the league, the best and the worst teams in the league will pick that out and cause you problems. I'm very, very worried for Burnley's defending on set pieces. I didn't realise it was this bad. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. They've looked a threat going forward, just lack the quality to put the ball in the back of the net or even get a real chance. You can tell they're not quite there yet, but coming up against Manchester City is a problem. Josko Vardial is going to get his first minutes in there. Nathan Ake got the assist. Nathan Ake came off of. Something tells me we lose Elise and get Gallagher. I think so. I think that is going to be something that they're going to look to do for you. Not bad getting Gallagher, but losing Elise is a dagger. It's a blow. Elise and Zaha in one window is a huge blow for Palace. Imagine Paul get left with Tyler Adams. That would be funny. Sorry, Liverpool fans. Now I just need a Burnley goal. Indeed. You do for the 3-1. I went for a 3-0. I went for a 3-1 in today's prediction, but I think I can't change it. The rules are the rules. Can't change it. Rodri making a mockery of me and my DMs don't get FPL point statement. I co-signed you on that. I backed you. We're both wrong. Hey, I've had a nightmare today in FPL. Haaland scores twice. He's not my hat trick. He's not my captain. Sorry, he could get a hat trick. The FPL, the DMs don't get points. Rodri's gone and done it. He's one of the only. Oh, here we go. Haaland now going forward. Plays it to Alvarez. Julian Alvarez blocked again by Dara O'Shea. If it wasn't for Dara O'Shea, this game, it would have been a cricket score. But Rodri putting this to, shutting us up. Better than caring about FPL wanting rivals to do well. Better to start best squad possible. Yeah, exactly. If you're gonna win, may as well start your best squad. I'm thinking. Vardy allowed in place of Rico Lewis. Laporte comes on for Nathan Ake. And the goal scorer in the Community Shield, Cole Palmer, is coming on for the treble winners. Manchester City. Who's he going to come on for? Phil Foden? Bernardo Silva? No, he's coming on for the big man himself. No hat trick. Thank you, Pep. Thank you. Get him off that pitch now. Pax, why scared of the drafted predictions? Foden being anonymous, FPL sake, he has got my predictions in. Moss, he's true, he has got his predictions in. I don't blame you if you're not playing FPL. It ruins how you watch football. I promise you that. It can. Me and Brush was having this conversation. He says he enjoys it. I enjoy watching Brighton, Burnley, Luton anyway, even though that's not happening next week. But nah, now I'll watch that, just hoping for goal scorers and stuff. But overall, in this game, Manchester City have been mediocrely impressive. I know it sounds crazy, it's an oxymoron, but they've not even come out of second gear and they're 3-0 up away from home in the Premier League. Yes, it's against Burnley, but mate, they're not even come out of second gear here, making loads of mistakes when in their build-up play. If they made those mistakes against Arsenal, yeah, but they won't do that though, will they? They'll just go long like they always do when they play us. T, I did my picks on your show, but did we send to the Discord or something too? Nah, just on the show. That's all good. If you've done them on the show, my bro, that's all good there. That's why I want all of them anyway. I don't want them in the Discord as well because it just makes it easy. I can just go back onto the show, collate them up. I've got them all saved anyway. I'm going to start adding them up tonight. Make it easier on the spreadsheet. So appreciate you there, my bro Moss, and everyone else that's put their picks in too. I have seen them. Unless you've done them whilst I've done the stream. I've done Prem, Super Brew, Moss. That's all I care about anyway, even if I watch other leagues. Yeah, exactly. No goals, please, Burnley. No goals. I need the clean sheet for my predictions. Yes, please. No goals. Just save it for the predictions. I need my 3 points to begin with. Money spent on transfers. Man City on current defenders, £424 million. Burnley's entire in club's entire history, 360 million. So there is what a difference of 84 million. 84 million. Man City spent 84 million more on defenders than Burnley have ever spent on players ever in their history. That's nuts to think. That's actually crazy. But I guess that's the level. Oh, here we go from Prek Reese from Prek Brown, who is another ITK who follows Arsenal everywhere. Alexander Zinchenko is not traveling with the Arsenal squad for tomorrow's game. He's not available for the game to face Nottingham Forest. No Zinchenko. T, are you taking mine from my Discord again? What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm confused. I'm confused. Let me have a look. Oh, your predictions. Oh, no, I'm not taking them from yours. Um, let's have a look. Oh yes, good shout. I might need to. Yeah. Okay, I will. I will take your predictions from your Discord. Yes, I get you now. Sorry, I was confused. I'm tired. It's been a long day, but now I totally get you. Yeah, I'll get your predictions from there, my bro. Thank you. Moss already put predictions in Discord. It's his world. We're just living in it. Oh yeah, Pat. You're funny, man. Yeah, Eagle Eye Discord. Hey, Rich, send the link for the Eagle Eye Discord. Foden in the box. Cole Palmer. Julian Alvarez. To Palmer. What did he say then? I need to find out. Stick the headphones on. Hold on. So in the first half, a missile was thrown at Rico Lewis. So that's why Rico Lewis was holding his head. Bless up, man. Bless up. Eagle Eye Football been cooking on TikTok lately. What is it up to? 70 video? Jeez. They're gonna get 100. They're gonna get nearly 1,000 videos before I even put one. But nah, that big up, man. Big up the Eagle Eye Football family. Grinding, getting working hard. That's what we love to see. Tonight, Messi, Miami versus Charlotte. Big one. Oh, Foden gets away with that there. Here's a chance now. Foden running down the centre. Alvarez to his right. Back to Alvarez. Good shot. Saved by Trafford in the end. I need 3-0. It was a lighter that was thrown. Oh, you stupid idiots in the crowd. Oh, my days. Speaking of idiots, there's another one. What's wrong with them? Someone just wrestled them to the ground. Them stewards at Burnley. Yo, they're proper. They are. Speaking perfect timing. Speaking of them idiots, they're just. So there was someone who tried to invade the pitch. I think he might have even got onto it, but was just wrestled down. Pax once again. JC, I'm too old for TikTok. Brexit stewards, yeah, that's what they are up in Burnley. Proper stewards there. They know how to take someone down, don't they? Oh, the Kovacic got dashed into the Lino, and the Lino nearly fell over. Proper referees. I know what they're doing. They're proper stewards, mate. They know what they're doing, don't they? Terran Moffey with the assist. Terran Moffey is a player. Thanks to Realist. Realist is the one that introduced me to him. I had no idea who he was. And then he says, you know what, I think Man United should go after him. And I was like, who's the hell? Who is that guy? Who is that guy? Foden tries to go for a near post shot. I want to see Kivior. I want to see Kivior, Saliba, White backline someday. That's almost technical. Hey, I've just seen someone tweet that on Twitter, Moss. So that's exactly the lineup that you said that you want to see at the back. Kivior, Saliba, and White. That's our most technical. Yeah, they are our most technical centre backs. That you know what? That's something that could work. You know in this sort of Man City back three where you got Kivior to the left, Saliba down the middle, White on the right. Ooh. And then you just like chop players in the half spaces and that, and in the centre, get Saka and Martinelli out wide, Erdegaard, Partey, Rice, and then you could dash two shots. You could dash Havertz and Jesus up there. Yeah, I want that. Yeah, I want that. I want that. Could you imagine? That was a terrible. That was terrible tea. Although I couldn't do many better accents. What, don't you like my Burnley accent, mate? What's wrong with my Burnley one, mate? It's not bad, isn't it? It's more Yorkshire though, mate. Nah, that one's shocking. I'm sorry if you're offended. How about my Burnley one? My Burnley one's not too bad, is it? It's not too bad. What game week would we have an interruption? Just yeah, prediction for the just stop oil protests like we did. I remember the one who hooked himself to the post at Everton, given away by Kanji. Lyle Foster's got a chance to run now. He's in the box on the left side, crowded by two players though. Corner. Corner for Burnley in the 89th minute. Can they grab a consolation? I hope not, because for my prediction, I need them 3 points. Corner now, swung in and headed away. Poor. Here's Robert, so he's got it back on the edge and goes all the way back. Six minutes left. Yeah, it seems kind of pointless when the game's 3-0, innit? But there will be a game where someone will come back from either a 2-goal deficit, maybe a 3, maybe 3. Not against Man City, but yeah, it'll be against Arsenal. Watch, I bet you it'll be against us. Nathan Redmond, the former Birmingham City man, former Southampton man. That's where he made his name though, and Norwich. But yeah, he went from Birmingham to Norwich, then from Norwich to Southampton, now from Southampton and so Southampton to Besiktas, and then from Besiktas to Burnley. He had a good time up in Besiktas. They signed a couple of English players, him and Dele Alli. They signed Thingy from Burnley as well, didn't they? Wout Weghorst, he's gone to Hoffenheim, I believe, back to Germany, where he scored so many goals for Wolfsburg. Hoffenheim. So it's the battle of Harry Kane versus Wout Weghorst out there in Germany. I wonder who wins. Imagine if Bayer Leverkusen won the Bundesliga now that Kane's gone to Bayern Munich. That'd be hilarious. Granit Xhaka's and Xavi Alonso's Bayer Leverkusen. Yeah, but Harry Kane going to win his trophy. He's not going to play in tomorrow's game, I don't think. Not in time. Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker's in serious pain here. And as Sarawi gets a yellow card. Let's have a look at this. Kyle Walker gets there. Oh, that should be a red card. That should be a red card from Anas Sarawi. Out of control. Yeah, I think Anas Sarawi is going to get a red card here. I think he's in big trouble here. Anas Sarawi catches him high on the back of the calf, stretching. That could have done some serious damage to Kyle Walker's ankle. Yeah, they might be down to 10 men. VAR, there's Paxton with the VAR emoji. Burnley couldn't do too much better today. Just Haaland outclassed them, doing Haaland things. They need to work on set pieces both ways. Absolutely. That's what they can do better. Ooh. He's sending him off, and Asarauri, the one to watch. And his first game didn't even start. Off the bench, red card. Awful. Straight red. Yeah, right decision. You saw the referee put the card back into his pocket, the yellow card initially, and then took it out, and then went to VAR and sent him off. First game in the Prem, red card in your first game. Yeah. Awful challenge. Awful challenge. Red card for sure. Not for sure for Carl Walker, but you know what I mean. But some shocking banter today from me. Really poor. Whipped in a set piece again, but a big save from James Trafford. Pax, mate. Guys, this Burnley team are horrendous from set pieces. They're so bad. They are so bad at defending set pieces, man. They're like Leicester from last year. They need to sort. I'm talking next game. They've got 2 weeks now until their next Premier League game, and they just need on the training pitch. Forget everything else. Forget shooting drills. Just get the set pieces sorted. They are awful at defending set pieces. Burnley. Where is Realist now? Let him talk. Let him talk. Off. Yeah. Do you know, as you said, Pax, 3-0, yeah. 2 of the goals come from set pieces, and then Hojlund with an absolute beauty. Apart from that, what they need to work on their finishing and their end product in the final third. The system and their pressing, credit to them, worked a lot of chances for them, but they weren't able to capitalize. Ref, just blow the whistle, mate. The game's done. 3-0. I know he's got to add on the time for the VAR and that, but just allow it, man. There's nothing left to play. Do you understand? But guys, before we wrap it up, because I'm going to wrap it up quite shortly after the final whistle, really do appreciate you all being here for the first watch along of the season. Manchester City take the victory, looking like 3-0, but the referee's still yet to blow his whistle. Guys, we have got a jam-packed season ahead, and this weekend you've still got an Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest match reaction tomorrow. I won't be doing the watch along, unfortunately. I'm going to be watching it with my sister and my nephew, first game of the season downstairs, so I do apologize for you guys, to you all for that, but I will be doing a match reaction and a watch along for the Newcastle Aston Villa game. Be back here, people, if you want to be here with me talking about that game, talking about the 3:00 kickoffs, what we saw there. I'd love to have you on board for that, guys. And so, yeah, for sure, join us on Tereak Talks. And then finally on Sunday, we'll be doing a double watch along, Brentford versus Tottenham. We'll see how both the Bees and the Spurs march on without their key forwards, with Harry Kane being sold and Ivan Toney out suspended for the first half of the season. And then the big one, where it's been so all around the social media with the transfer news, Moises Caicedo, Romeo Lavia, potentially come and join us for tomorrow evening's Sunday evening's game with Chelsea versus Liverpool. Absolutely messed that up there. And that is the full-time whistle. So really do appreciate you all. Listen to Pax and Brush. Paxton says, remember, people, like and subscribe. It's very much appreciated indeed. As Paxton says there, and listen to my brother Brush. He says, smash that like on the way out, folks. Exactly. Please do that, people. It really does help a lot. Thank you for joining me as well. It's been an absolute pleasure for all of you guys in here. I always love doing these watch-alongs. We didn't really do much biscuit or food talk today. We thought we'd start off the season with not going back to our old habits, but we will eventually. But big up to yourself, Pax. It says Tony. I need my main man back soon. Hey, he will be back soon, my bro. He will be. But take care, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night as Manchester City are top of the league with the first Friday night game. And yeah, we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.